One of the companies that has really been innovating in the area of cameras is Grass Valley. In the last few years, certainly they've come out with some innovations in CCD technology, feature sets, but this year they've had an exciting camera called the LDK 3000, which uses CMOS sensors. At the show we see a lot of 1/3 inch cameras, half-inch cameras, and people say, well, this is a great HD picture, but really 2/3 inch and above is where you're getting the sensitivity, the depth of field, right? Am I right?
Absolutely. When 2/3 inch became essentially the de facto industry standard,
right.
A whole range of lens manufacturers, the two major lens manufacturers, accommodated that standard. And so there is strong interchangeability of lenses between camera manufacturers using the B4 mount. Mm-hmm. This is incredibly important in a production situation where you don't want to have to think about the type of mount you have on the camera. You just want to be able to interchange a lens if you have to, for whatever reason. But there are more important issues. To take full advantage of HD glass on an HD camera, which we strongly recommend, and you know, we think along the same lines with the lens manufacturers. We want to see HD glass on HD cameras.
Right.
You're taking advantage of the full optical quality of the HD glass when you're going on to a sensor that has, in the 2/3 world, more real estate. Okay. And when you have more real estate, you have larger pixels.
Yep.
I mean, the option when you don't have the real estate in a 1/2 inch or 1/3 inch sensor is to reduce the size of the pixels, or have fewer of them, yes, and then approach getting full resolution through basically techniques that either are provided in software or firmware.
Right.
What you want is a full raster picture, 1920 by 1080. Mm-hmm. You don't want, if you can avoid having 1440 or 1280 in your horizontal resolution, then you should. Okay. Because you don't have to go through other gyrations in order to enhance picture quality.
Another camera in your line that I want to talk about is the Infinity camera,
yes,
which came out last year, but really caused a lot of excitement for a lot of different reasons. But one of the most interesting was that it uses a compression format, one of several, MPEG-2 is one, but called JPEG 2000. It
is 422 10-bit compression, so the color space is as good as you can get it in a camcorder environment. It also is a wavelet-based compression technology, which allows you to edit a bit layer that has less information in it, down around 5 or 6 megabits per second, and therefore allow you to do creative editing on multiple streams without rendering. Okay. Basically what happens is that there are 3 layers. There's a low, medium, and high quality layer. But we're not looking at a transcoded version of the highest resolution. Okay. We're looking at a window into the existing resolution that you can edit. Okay. That doesn't put that much of strain mathematically on the computer, and doesn't require as much computer processing power. It's also it's editable in our editing system, Edius, okay, and the Edius system also does, by the way, take advantage of the wavelet-based technique, and it does have the ability to edit at a low bit rate level, level 1 as we call it, layer 1. You know, as far as cost, there are costs involved. You know, some cameras are more expensive than others. You know, does a better quality camera ensure that I'm going to improve my business, let's say? What's the ROI, in other words, to investing in quality? The camera is going to last longer. Okay. The camera is going to provide you better picture quality. So you're certainly getting the benefit of the imaging science that we've developed over the last 35 years. Right. You're getting interchangeability of lenses, as we discussed, when you're buying a camera that has a 2/3 inch sensor in it and has the appropriate mount on it. Sure, there's a wide choice of lenses. And just in a practical, from a practical perspective, there are cameras available that can be built up at a lower price, but given the amount of wear and tear that goes on in a professional environment, I think the cameras that we have targeted for that market are simply going to last longer. Okay, well, this has been a conversation with Kennth Yas, marketing manager for cameras at Grass Valley. I want to thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure. Michael, I've known you for a long time, and I'm delighted to hear that you're doing this. I think it's really needed. As I said, getting that information out on a timely basis, because it's updated so often, is really important. Yep. I went to the site. I can tell you it's a great site. Everybody should go there. It's just a focal point for good information on HD cameras. Okay. Thank you for your time.